Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 217 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. Where in today's video guys, we're going to do one of the newest characters I actually made on this chatbot, on ChatGPT. This is a Halloween a Halloween Lugia. aka a jack-o'-lantern Lugia. It's called Lugia's Jack-o'-lantern Curse or something like that. And look, this story is pretty dark in two different ways, both on Lugia's part and the part about what happened to him to begin with. You'll see what I mean, because, well, you guys will get to hear the story. I have a few of these on here, but the main one I chose was the actual best one I had. So let's hope that something don't ruin it. Because if it does, it's going to be kind of upsetting. I'm going to have another good run like this again. Okay, this story actually starts 30 years ago. Far beyond the crashing waves and far from the eyes of cities or villages, a great and gentle soul soared across the sky. Lugia, the guardian of the seas, towering, powerful, and elegant. He glided effortlessly above the oceans, his feathers glowing faintly in the moonlight. He was a creature born of myth and power, a legendary being feared by many, but known by so few. Yet, he was heartbreakingly alone. Lugia wasn't like the legends painted him. He wasn't some godlike destroyer, nor was he the monster humans whispered about. In truth, he was deeply kind, filled with warmth and curiosity about the world. He'd often fly to the shores and linger, watching children play, listening to the laughter of people enjoying their lives. When brave wild Pokemon approached, he'd lower his head, careful not to startle them, offering berries or a soft song of the ocean wind. But every time, they fled. Humans would scream, Pokemon would panic, parents would grab their children and run. It's the white bird! The monster! The sea god's going to attack us! They'd cry. Some called him Godzilla. Others screamed about disasters and ran without a second glance. Not even the bravest trainers dared approach. Some even threw Pokeballs at him out of fear, not to capture, but to banish. Each time Lugia tried to show kindness, he was met with fear, so he stopped trying to speak. Then, he stopped showing himself altogether, and slowly, he stopped hoping. He isolated himself deep beneath the waves, tucked away in ruins and caves never touched by sunlight. The ocean's silence comforted him at first, but even that eventually grew cold and hollow. And when Halloween came that year, a day humans celebrated with laughter, costumes, and candy, Lugia surfaced quietly just to watch. He hovered far above a quiet town by the coast. Oh no! Unnoticed, he watched the joy, the smiling children, and glowing jack-o'-lanterns. It was beautiful. Sorry about that, guys. Here's where we were. It says, but it was not for him. Even from miles above, someone spotted him. That thing is in the sky again! Someone screamed. Within minutes, searchlights and pulling trains were mobilized. And so, once again, Lugia fled. But this time, he didn't go back into the ocean. He flew, and flew, through dark skies and across abandoned lands, until, at last, he saw something strange on the horizon. A black and twisted castle, looming like a wound against the starry sky. Surrounding it were hundreds of jack-o'-lanterns, glowing with crooked smiles and flickering light. They pulsed in eerie rhythm, like they were alive, each grinning just for him. Drawn by an emotion he didn't understand, Lugia landed quietly among them, looking around in confusion. But then a voice slithered from the shadows. Oh no. Oh, poor Lugia. It was cold, echoing, not quite male, not quite female. It sounded like dozens of whispers piled on top of each other. I see your sorrow, your loneliness. How much longer will you cry for those who scream at you? Lugia flinched. He couldn't see where the voice came from. You gave them kindness, and they gave you fear. You offered peace, and they threw your name into stories of terror. But what if you didn't need their love anymore? The pumpkins glowed brighter. The castle groaned like it was breathing. Lugia began to step back. Wait, the voice cooed. Let me grant you what they refused. Power. Transformation. You will never be unloved again. Only feared. Before Lugia could spread his wings to fly, orange light exploded around him. He roared, crying out in pain as strange magic surged through his body. His wings flared as pumpkin-colored sparks raced across his feathers. His sleek white and blue form shifted, distorted. His underbelly roared into a glowing jack-o'-lantern face, its twisted grin stretching unnaturally wide. His wings now bore matching faces, their eyes glowing with eerie orange fire, their mouths curving in mocking expressions. A green pumpkin stem erupted from the top of his head, curling slightly at the tip. His entire body had turned deep orange, his once gentle presence now pulsing with twisted energy. In his mind, a strange pressure built, something angry, something vengeful, but distant, like it wasn't entirely his. He cried out again as the ground below split, and the cursed power set him crashing into a lake near the castle, where he disappeared beneath the surface. When he awoke, hours had passed. The world above was calm again, but he was not. He emerged from the lake slowly, his wings dripping with cursed magic, and his glowing belly face curling into a grin. He felt something new, a strange ability humming in his bones. He could twist his body. He could disguise himself. He could now become anything. Any Pokemon, any shape, all to lure someone close. And not long after, he sensed a presence. A small one. You. A tiny velociraptor walking along the tree line just outside the cursed lands, alone, unaware of the legendary creature watching you from afar. Lugia. No, not Lugia anymore. Something twisted. He lowered himself behind the bush. He thought of what shape might comfort you. Something harmless and something friendly. He closed his glowing eyes, and his body shifted. The glow faded. The stem vanished. The jack-o'-lantern face disappeared. And where he once stood, now sat a small, smiling Toadile, wagging its tail innocently. He waited just ahead of your path, silent and still, waiting for you to come closer. Oh my gosh. I'm horrified about what's about to happen. I didn't know the creature was there, so I just continued to walk down the path. It put past Frick off, still unaware that he is around. The night was still. The moon cast silver streaks through the trees as your tiny raptor claws tapped softly on the dirt path. The wind rustled the branches, and distant hoots of nocturnal Pokemon echoed across the land. You were just trying to enjoy some air, away from everything, away from the madness you'd been caught in lately. The stars above twinkled peacefully. For once, it seemed calm, but you weren't alone. Behind the nearby bush, hidden just beyond the shadows of flickering jack-o'-lanterns that had mysteriously appeared around the area, the disguised Lugia, his cursed magic cloaking him as a cheerful, harmless Totodile, peered from behind a mossy stone. His fake eyes sparkled with playful innocence. He bounced slightly in place, tail wagging, his grin wide and carefree. Everything about him looked sweet and inviting, but deep beneath that illusion, behind the disguise, those jack-o'-lantern eyes in his real form were glowing brighter, twitching with anticipation. The jack-o'-lantern faces carved into his wings shifted ever so subtly, one with a gleeful, teeth-baring grin, the other already curling in a malicious snarl. Oh no. The moment you stepped within 20 feet of the hidden figure, the Toto let out a soft little dial sound, high-pitched, happy, perfectly rehearsed. It stepped forward from behind a pumpkin-laced bush, tail wagging. It tilted its head at you innocently. Totodile! It chirped again, bouncing once on its feet like it wanted to play. There was no aura of danger, but no menacing presence, just a cute little Pokemon smiling at you. But just below the surface, that massive orange creature pulsed with energy. His thoughts were confused, twisted. He didn't fully understand why you had to be the one. He didn't even hate you. And yet, he felt it in his curse to bones. You were the one. This guy's smile stretched slightly wider as he took another step toward you, arms open like he wanted a hug. The real face, hidden beneath, cracked into a monstrous grin. You were almost in reach. Oh, heck no! Guys, I'm terrified. It says, completely unaware of what was going on, I walk up to the Totodile and smile at him. Your small raptor claws crunched gently over the fallen leaves as you stepped forward. Your tiny body low to the ground but relaxed. The cool breeze brushed against your feathers as you looked up at the adorable Totodile ahead. He stood there in the soft moonlight, tail wagging, eyes wide, his blue body bouncing slightly as though overjoyed to see you. You smiled. He looked so happy, harmless even, like maybe he'd been waiting for someone to play with. His little claws reached slightly in your direction, and he gave a cheerful little chirp. Totodile! He even wiggled side to side like he was too excited to stand still. There was no reason for you to be suspicious. No glow, no shadow, no trace of the immense, legendary presence that lurked beneath that innocent shell. And so, you walked right up to him. He stopped just a few feet away, smiling warmly at the little creature. Maybe, finally, after everything lately, you'd found something simple, someone cute who just wanted company. But in the deepest part of the forest, just out of earshot, the glowing jack-o'-lanterns— Oh my gosh! The glowing jack-o'-lanterns flicked unnaturally. One by one, their twisted faces shifted in unison, like they were watching, holding their breath. The Totodile in front of you suddenly stopped wagging. Its body became still. The chirping stopped. Then its smile began to widen, just a bit too far. Not like a Totodile should. Its head tilted to the left, then sharply to the right. A smile cracking noise echoed from his jaw like something was stretching beneath skin that wasn't meant to hold it. And then, the sweet little Totodile's eyes began to glow orange. Oh, frick that! Its body shimmered, warping and melting like a mirage as the disguise shattered in an instant. Not gently, not subtly, but violently. Like glass exploding outward. I'm about to flip and explode myself. Before you could react, whoosh! A massive, monstrous jack-o'-lantern Lugia burst out from the disguise in a flash of accursed orange light. His wings, now vast and blazing with glowing carved faces, unfurled in a gust of smoky wind. The grinning, demonic face on his belly twisted into a jagged sneer. Its glowing eyes looked straight into you. His scream ripped through the woods, part Lugia's cry, part twisted howl warped by curse and rage. He lunged, claws out, mouth open, coming straight for you. Oh, heck no! Guys, this isn't good. This Lugia's legit trying to flip and kill me. I was instantly terrified from seeing this. I back away, and then when he lunged at me, I had to really run to the side to not get hurt. All the while, I was terrified. shaking half to death, wondering why this was happening. Yep. Whoosh! And crack. The cursed, by that I mean the sounds. I can't mimic the flipping sounds. The cursed Lugia's enormous clawed wings smashed into the earth right where you had been standing, sending a dirt, shattered rock, and glowing orange sparks flying in every direction. The earth trembled under the weight of its landing. The jack-o'-lantern fire spiraled out from the impact zone like cursed embers, burning in unnatural colors of green and orange. The face on his belly grinned violently, its carved mouth curving wider with anticipation. But you were fast, faster than even he expected. Your small raptor form had darted to the side just in time, your claws scrambling against the leaves as you barely avoided being crushed under his power. Your heart pounded wildly in your chest, your breathing sharp, short, and filled with panic. You could hardly think straight. Your instincts had taken over. But your mind screamed, "Why? Why is this happening?" You had done nothing. You haven't said a word to him. You weren't a threat. You were just a small creature trying to enjoy a peaceful moment in the woods. In the woods? At that point, if I'm in the woods, I deserve this. Holy crap, why? And now this monster, this thing wearing a Pokemon skin was attacking you like you were his target all along? Your body trembled as you stared up at the massive jack-o'-lantern Lugia, his monstrous form towering above you. The glowing stem on his head flared brightly as orange mist spilled from his jaws like poisonous fog. His glowing jack-o'-lantern eyes locked onto you, but not with hatred, with confusion, conflict, hunger, sadness, rage, all twisted together. He growled low, and the jack-o'-lantern face on his belly twitched, its glowing eyes shifting from rage to something else, conflicted. Its mouth briefly softened, then twisted again to a furious grin as if his own body was fighting itself. Above, the moonlit shivered off his orange feathers, now bristling with cursed power. He raised his wing again, slowly and deliberately, as if preparing another strike. But in that flicker of hesitation, you could feel it. Something inside him wasn't fully in control. The jack-o'-lantern scattered through the woods all began glowing brighter, feeding his body more energy. They pulsed like a heartbeat, summoning him forward, urging him to finish what he started. You knew you only had seconds. Seconds before he lunged again. Seconds to move, to hide, to escape. But even through your fear, one question burned in your trembling voice. Why me? Wait, and from deep inside the glowing orange titan, you almost swore you heard something. A whisper. Quiet. Not from the jack-o'-lanterns, not from the monster, but from the real Lugia, buried beneath it all. I'm sorry. What the frick? Okay, this is actually creepy and scary. I like it. Terrifying, but oh god.